Hey, what's up? This once again, it's your boy at No More Gang Stalking. The camera had cut off. So, you know, like I was saying, we're going to talk about narcissism, right? I'm gonna let you guys into a little bit, of my of some of my past, or probably why I'm in this program, dealing with narcissists, right? And that's gonna be the thing, that's gonna be the topic, right? Narcissists, right? Narcissism, right? I'm a little tired, but we're gonna get through this, right? Let's do it. Okay, narcissism. A lot of us probably in this program because of narcissists, right? We're being gang stalked by narcissists, right? And narcissists follow a certain pattern, man. I mean, if you see one narcissist, you see another one, they will have the same type of patterns and actions and tendencies, right? They will have some of the same type of characteristics, right? They can be slightly different, right? And this is actually a behavioral disorder, right? A cold one, man, a cold one, right? You know, and one thing about narcissism, right, is that a lot of us don't even know that it exists, right? I didn't know that it exists, right? I'm from, what I'm saying, I've been in the hood, I'm thinking that, certain things is just how people are, right? How people I was raised, or just how they act, just some like character defects, and or some some females got ghettoism in them, whatever you want to call it, hood, whatever, that's what I used to chalk it up to, right? But I have, what I'm saying, I had met this I met a female, what I'm saying, and what I'm saying, dealt with her for like, 3 years, probably more, 3 years or more, and and after it's all said and done, I don't know how I got there. I don't know how I was led there. I started reading up about narcissism. I'm like, God damn, that sounds just like this female I was with. I'm like, damn, that sounds like her. I'm like, that's everything. I mean, you could have wrote a fucking book to her characters. What she would do, everything she done was just like the fucking just like the what a narcissist would do, right? Everything they say a narcissist would do, done it to the fucking T almost, right? Converting narcissism, right? The one that come and act, kind of humble and all this, right? And put on this fake ass facade mask, right? Then that's where they differ at, right? You got some that's more boisterous and all this, right? But and it's a code disorder, right? Because like I said, man, we are dealing, people got to realize we're dealing with a world that deal with we that where people deal with the world with their abuse. They deal with other people through their abuse, right? That's how a lot of people deal with the world, through their abuse, right? If they've been abused in some faction, right? That's how they deal with the world, through their abuse, right? And the thing about narcissism, right, is that some say that it can't be fucking treated, right? I mean, you just can't treat it. You can't help them, because they are stuck there, right? And that's the shame part, right? That's so fucking sad, right? Actually, right? Because they stuck there, right? Narcissism is like an inflated self, like inflated self ego, right? Inflated sense of self, right? They have no empathy. They have no mental governance of, like, how shit affect people, or how shit, have a consequence, or none of that, right? They do shit, what I'm saying, to, what I'm saying, what feels good for the moment, right? And, and what I'm saying, and they have this never ending need of supply, right? and they wear masks, right, facades, right, and that's why I call them empty boxes, because they the fucking narcissist will show up for everything, be everywhere, be at all the events, show up, help out, do everything, right? You know what I'm saying? But on the inside, right? They do that to basically, to keep an image up with people, right? On the inside they feel shitty, they have low self-esteem, right? And they really feel fucked up about themselves, right? Through abuse, childhood trauma, molestation, whatever, right? So, and and if you really read about narcissism, just say like if they was, fucked over when they was like 8 or something, right? They stuck right where they was at, like at 8, right? So you'll see a grown ass person that can be in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 30s, but they stuck at they a 8-year-old fucking child. They got an 8-year-old like mindset, mentality, right? They stuck there, right? They on repeat there, right? They have never been able to really grow or fully blossom, right? And that's the cold part, right? Yeah, it's cold out there. Hold on, y'all. Let me put on my jacket. Hold on. Okay, let's get back into it, y'all. Now the thing about what was that? Now the thing about narcissism, right, is that you know, they lie, they project. I mean, you cannot. I mean, they will lie to the fucking. You know what I'm saying? They will lie, man. You know what I'm saying? They hella selfish, man. You feel me? They be hella stingy, right? They be kind of controlling. They want to control everything, every aspect of everything, right? And they hella petty, right? They petty as fuck, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you can, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I mean, you can be the day can be going good, and then the whole day be fucked off over over some some trivial shit, right? And instead of just being able to move on from it, they will stay stuck there, right? And a lot of times it's because of tactics and shit, right? Because you're dealing with some people. These people, they deal out of their abuse, right? you know I mean, just dealing with a narcissist, right? Because when they want supply or some, they downgrade or whatever, you feel me? Now they will argue with you. They'll start an argument with you. You know what I'm saying? Just say you had a room with a narcissist, right? And they, you know what I'm saying? Now, they're going to, they throw attitude and they will argue with you. You know what I'm saying? The argument is basically to excuse so they can leave, and they probably go, you know what I'm saying, across the street to the room over there to be fucking with somebody else over there, right? The whole argument was a fucking a way to to start something so they can leave and feel justified in leaving to go and do some other shit, right? They have no loyalty, none. They don't know loyalty, man. What I'm saying. And that may come dangerous too, right? Because you know what I'm saying. Yeah, they'll be fucking with you and be fucking with like 5 or 6 different people. They'll be fucking with other people. There's somewhere somebody in the cut, right? you know you know what I'm saying. That make it that make it dangerous, right? You know what I'm saying. You got somebody who fucking with hella different people, right? That makes shit dangerous, right? Because they don't have no mental governance, right? They can't be like, okay, I'm fucking with them, so I can't, I mean, you know what I'm saying. You feel me? They don't think about that, right? What I'm saying. You feel me? If anything come up, they gonna blame your ass, right? What I'm saying, because that's how they get down, right? That's what a narcissist would do. Because I know a lot of you dealt with narcissism. You can actually, you know, um, vouch for this, and even actually, join, tell a conversation of your experience with narcissists, right? You know, you know what I'm saying. It's narcissists in this program. We got the flying monkeys and all this, right? So narcissists, right? I mean, like I said, they the ones they had a job, they will show up, do all this, right, but you know what I'm saying? It's a facade, right? They don't never want people to see them in a negative light, right? And they can't grow because they can never be wrong, right? They can never you know what I'm saying? To criticize them is to go to war with them, right? To show them where they can grow at, they don't, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell them shit, right? They have all the answers, so they can never grow. So they stuck there, right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? They just want you to fluff up their fucking ego, and you know what I'm saying? And they just want to lie, cheat, and do whatever the fuck they want to do, right? And do some bullshit, right? That's why I said last time the world is full of the narcissists ruling the world, right? You know, because it's the narcissists that betray you. I've been betrayed by narcissists. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And probably a part of this program, because I met a chick, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you her, right? And I'm going to show you this is how a narcissist get down, right? Because, she on divorce court and she on there with her husband, right? And when I seen that, I was like, damn, he right? She say all this shit about him, right? Because he would not even, he had kids with her, but he did not want to fuck with her at all. I'm like, damn, that's strange. Why you don't want to fuck with her? He got kids by her. He didn't want to fuck with them at all. You know what I'm saying? And then when I seen that, he was saying the shit that she was like, she say, I do this shit, but she do it. And I was like, that's so fucking true. Everything he was saying, I was like, that's fucking true. Right? So I'm gonna show you it, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you just how the judge had to correct the fucking narcissist, right? Because they can't be good to him, and I was good to this chick, right? I was, you know what I'm saying, that's probably why I fucked up. Because I mean, you know what I'm saying, do I want, the women, I want a good man. No, they fucking, a lot of them fucking don't, man. I mean, they will fuck over a good man, you know what I'm saying, so that's, yeah, that's cause for debate, but yeah, man, I mean, so being good, you know what I'm saying, especially in this world, is really, if is it a plus or a fucking minus? I mean, because it really, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of people don't, because they dealing with their abuse, you know what I'm saying, they can't even see good if you dropped it on their fucking head, you know what I'm saying, because we dealing with people that have abuse, right? That deal with the world through their abuse, right? That's why, you know what I'm saying, they can't stay in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, you feel, they see them, right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And you know what I'm saying, you feel me? You can actually predict what's going to happen, right? They go from person to person, people to people. And you know what I'm saying, you feel me? Because a lot of them, right, they need to feel validated. So the only way they can feel validated is just by, having sex, all this shit with different people, right? Because they want to feel like it ain't even, it's just to feel like, oh, somebody like me, somebody want me, right? Because they feel so fucked up about themselves. They feel so fucked up on the inside, right? You know, there's nothing there. They're empty boxes, right? And you know what I'm saying? And when I make the other parts to this, man, and I just want everybody to know, right? Like tomorrow I'm gonna be out handing out the papers. And the reason why I've been doing that because, you know what I'm saying, this paper got a lot of good information about the FBI, and it actually has some steps on how to, you know what I'm saying, basically what I showed on video of how to deal with the FBI if they come knocking, right? And you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, and so I think that's some good information, right? And if there's any uncompromised people out here, maybe they can use that, right? So, and then also, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get off of the movements because I was pissed, man. I was pissed, right? You know what I'm saying? I was pissed to the point, you know what I'm saying, even with this, let me just back up, even with this narcissist, right? If they didn't fuck me over, after they betrayed me, set me up, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I think that did they sick her? Nah, because I don't even try to pinpoint who put me in this. Fuck all that, because that don't matter to me, right? It's about getting out the shit. How don't matter to me, right? It's, you know what I'm saying, or I mean, it's about how I'm in this shit. How we get out, right? And so so I don't. to do all that, past tripping on trying to do all that because it's already a gaslighting ass program, right? you know. So that, and they want you to be trying to figure out all this shit, but it don't start. What I'm saying, you feel me? They try to make it seem it start with a conflict, but it's probably way before then, right? And I have my guesses on when, right? Because we a lot of us didn't know this exists. We didn't know we had people fucking following us, and we vulnerable as fuck because we don't know that we having motherfuckers follow us, right? Before this shit even came active, right? We got people following us, right? So you at your week because you don't know you leaving shit in your car, you slipping, right? Because you don't know that motherfuckers are following you when you leave, going back in your shit. You don't know this, right? Building shit in your house, what I'm saying? You feel me? When you go, we didn't know this, right? So we were definitely, what I'm saying, caught off guard, you know, really, caught off guard. Now, maybe they, what I'm saying, maybe they had came and, what I'm saying, and when it started to really about to get active, they came and they, what I'm saying, and they compromised her, right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And what I'm saying, and sold her out, right? You feel me? Because I thought before I knew about narcissism, before I knew about I thought she was solid. I thought she had some type of loyalty. I thought she had something in her, right? But that shit was all fake, right? It was all fake because there's nothing in her, right? It's just emptiness, right? You know what I'm saying? She can't love, she can't do none of that shit, right? And what I'm saying, all she can do is be a fucking victim and be used by people, right? And what I'm saying, and try to feel fulfilled, right? That's what so what I'm saying. So when they came, to try to, what I'm saying, to activate this shit on me, I guess that was like, hey, she don't look too bad. Let's take this motherfucker with us, just add insult to injury, right? Let's take his let's take his chick. You feel me? So I mean, and that's what happened, right? But you know what I'm saying, but so it was so much shit, that was popping off. I mean, I didn't have time to even fucking mourn and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I mean, I just didn't, man. You feel me? It's just too much shit going on, right? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Hell yeah, motherfucker, hate feeling portrayed and all this, right? But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? But we got to keep marching, right? So so yeah, narcissists, man. They something else, man. And and to fast forward a little bit, and that's why I'm gonna get off the, like, my anger that I had with the movements, right? Because I really think that, that I didn't know, right? You know what I'm saying? It was a couple of people at, what I'm saying, you feel me, in the northern region that knew that was going on and shit, you know what I'm saying? And why they didn't stand up is the question, right? Knowing about this and and why they didn't stand up and all this shit, right? Like I was meeting people in the northern. I'm like, okay, and you know how you think they can hear you in your car and shit. I'm like, okay, I met a solid female. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? She know about the revolution. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to sell her out. They saw all the other females that I messed with that, you know what I'm saying, didn't have that type of ideology, right? They probably laughed at my ass, but you know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey man, yeah man, yeah man. But yeah, man, I mean, so I was upset about that, man. I was just like, man, because, and I'm gonna talk about this, what I'm saying, before I end my, what I'm saying, my rant with the movement and all this, right? Because one, man, is that when you got people that compromise, man, that's fucking dangerous, right? It's dangerous to other people, man. That's not no little thing, man. You feel me? I mean, think about this shit, right? They doing this shit to thousands of people across the country, man. Now, I don't, know what I'm saying. We know that our name is put on some type of list, right? Now, what happened if they put his name on the list, right? Would they do that to him? right? You know, you think that you have friends until you know that you don't have no fucking friends, right? You know? And if you're a TI, you know that, right? When you're a TI, you see from the perch a little bit higher than everybody else, right? You can see shit that everybody else don't see, right? You know? And I'm saying, and this world is a trip, right? So to me, man, to me, man, for, being you know what I'm saying, a black man, you know what I'm saying, in Oakland, man, you feel me, and people, you know what I'm saying, what I'm saying, that, you know what I'm saying, that that's supposed to have love and all this, and, and be about, building, what I'm saying, building people up and building the community up, man, you feel me, you know what I'm saying, to forsake that, man, you feel me, to forsake that, right? You know what I'm saying? And act like that shit, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? And don't speak out about it, and then just act like it ain't shit. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Is some fucking bullshit, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if they can get motherfuckers to do that, they can get somebody to drop something in your drink, right? They can get you to do all type of shit, right? And there's some people that's, that, man, man, I mean, and I face motherfuckers too, right? You know what I'm saying? We can bring it to the round table, but it's just, man, to me that's just, if people want to grow and be better, man, you know what I'm saying? They need to really look at these fucking demons that they have, man, and ask the question, if they can even be true, why did I do that? Why did I do that, right? And will they be true even if it came to them, right? Or will they lie and try to project and shit, right? You know? You know what I'm saying? For real, And see, that's something that they use against you too, right? If you don't do this shit, we'll let them know, we'll show them the paperwork that you've been fucking with us. So all that shit will keep a person in bondage working with their enemies, man, You finna do this or we expose you, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, just all type of ways they can have people to do shit, right? If they compromise, man, right? And a lot of people depend on they fucking they names and they character and how people see them, right? Without that they ain't shit, right? And a lot of them just facades anyway, right? you know because you know what I'm saying, you can't be saying you for one thing, right? If you know what I'm saying, and then doing a whole totally fucking another one, right? You can't say that the police killing people and you know what I'm saying, and working with the fucking police. You can't say that, you know what I'm saying, Tyree Jones, justice for him, right? And then you riding around with a motherfucker that's, you know what I'm saying, that they trying to fucking destroy and kill and blacklist everything that you say they doing to other people, you being a part of it. How the fuck can you say that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a trip to me. Like I seen somebody, man, I seen a sister, on Malay, I'm saying that's how you supposed to be, right? But I'm like, these I done seen people in their eyes, they see the program. I done roll with them, seeing in their eyes, they see the program moving and doing all this shit, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's what you're supposed to do for him, right? But you couldn't even say that they doing this to this brother, right? So my life ain't worth shit because of they told you my life wasn't worth shit, sister. I mean, so so that shit just like, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's people got to be corrected, man, and it just be corrected, man. So because you know what I'm saying, we can't. I mean, it's dangerous. If people need to look and see how this program move, man. They got people doing, man. You think you have friends? You think you have people that's loyal, man? This shit will show you what that really means. That's why it's so important. That's why it's so important. I mean, it's a whole different type of war out here, man. Man, I'm telling, man, shit, man. Man, yeah, this shit is crazy, man. And if you're a TI, you know this, man. You know this. Man. So that's why I'll have my beef with that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if I can't go, I mean, like, That really tripped me out, man. You feel me? You know, I've been let down on a lot of shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, but you know what I'm saying? You feel me? To just see that, man. You feel me? And you know what I'm saying? Just to see that, man. You feel me? And to see that, people, I mean, I actually looked up to people for some of the stuff they did, man, but they was it's just shittier than the fucking people that, I mean, just like, fuck, for real? Acting like fucking garbage can ass people, man. Ain't about building people. It's about tearing people down. I mean, just worse than the fucking perps. This is the people in the fucking, man, that shit just, I mean, yeah, man. And then go and spit all this, man, that shit just had, man, even my sister was like, for real? You know? So, man, people need to correct themselves, man. You feel me? If they could, if they can, right? Because some people, they, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell them shit. They never wrong, right? It's everybody else's fault. It ain't my fault, You know what I'm saying? And that's dangerous too, right? I mean, how can you correct people that don't want to be corrected? They can never be corrected. They never wrong. They never do nothing wrong. They know what I'm saying? You feel me? That's narcissism, right? You feel me? That, like I said, they can be everywhere, do everything, you know what I'm saying, but when it come down to it, man, you feel me, my sister is probably in this fucking program because she didn't want to betray fucking me and my pops, right? You know what I'm saying? She didn't sell us out like fuck my brother, you know what I'm saying? She in this mother shit because she did not sell us the fuck out. And you motherfuckers can sell us out. People, man, yeah. Miss me with that shit, man. And man, you supposed to be warriors and all this shit, man. Yeah, I'm be getting off that tip, man. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I talk, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I'm gonna just say a few more things about that, man, because it gotta be said, right? Because there's some dangerous shit that's going on out here, man, But this is narcissism, right? So now I'm finna, I'm finna kick this video if it's going too long, right? And then, it's gonna be a part 2 to this, right? And I'm gonna make the other ones tomorrow, y'all, in a minute. So check out this narcissist, Rickshawn Brown, right? They have a part of me being in this program, setup artist, snake, narcissist. This is how a narcissist, peace.